YouthBuild has a really rich history here in Smoketown. We started just across the Broadway at Wesley House and built a shelter. And when Wesley House was sold, that shelter was so important to our young people because that was their first structure that Robin took that shelter down piece by piece and reinstalled it in the garden here. So that's our first piece of work that our young people built. We renovated the chapel behind you and added a wing. The benches over here that someone's already enjoying over here on the walkway were benches that we built 7 years ago. And just this last year, we brought the benches back in and refurbished it. A graduate that's working with us refurbished all the benches and replaced them back in the neighborhood. We finished 5 homes in this neighborhood. And when we had the chance to decide where we wanted to be, where our home should be, we developed a site at the end of this block in Smoketown. So our campus is just at the end of this block. If you keep on going, you'd run into it. So there we have young people learning construction skills, nursing skills, and this year we're opening a conservation corps. All of that is done as a result of incredible partnerships. And the partnerships that we have enjoyed over the years really include the city first and foremost, the housing authority absolutely right up there with them, about 40 other different partners that we call on every year to bring our young people support through counseling and job creation and work skills and education skills enhancement. So all of those things happen there at the end of the block for young people. When we moved here, one of the things that we knew was that this neighborhood was going to change quickly. So we all sat down and immediately the housing started coming down in Shepherd Square. And that seemed like a really lonely place, but at that very moment, we knew that something had to change forever, and we had to be a part of it, and we wanted to be a part of it. So our young people worked with us to really decide what we needed in this community, and jobs were the first thing, services for families who lived here were the second thing, and businesses were the third thing. So I can't even imagine, I mean, I don't know how this happened really, but I would go home at night and kind of pray over it and think about it and send out my messages. And one day we got hold of the city again and said, we think that public art might be the answer. Let's bring public art, because at least what that'll do is bring people down here and want to look at the art. We don't know what else, but right now let's try that. And the mayor's office sent us to Chris Radke. So I think, Chris, you're so important to this whole discussion. Please, Chris is the chair of the Public Arts Council, Public Arts Commission. And the very next day, Chris brought Theo back. So that's how fast this happened. And within the last 6 months, we have joined a fast and furious partnership and decided to co-write a grant to Art Place America, which is now funded. You guys, this is major for this community. It's major because what it does, I think so many times communities undergo renovation, but there are pieces that, kind of sit on the sidelines because we're so busy rebuilding housing or we're so busy working about businesses. But all of those things together are what's going to make it work. So as a result of that, we started putting feelers out. GE, as the mayor mentioned, has joined us. Brian Wigington is with us this morning. They will bring over 800 people here to totally redo the streetscape on Preston. So when you leave today, go to Broadway in Preston and look up, because the next time you look up in October, it is going to look totally different with bike stands, bike rentals, new trees. Robin said trees, trees, trees. That's right. And we're hopefully some green roofed bus stops. We are really looking at ways to make this community comfortable and happy and a place people want to live and come and visit. So, right.